Face the Nation moderator John Dickerson is in Washington. John, the debate was vicious, nasty, even vulgar at times. Was there a winner last night?
Well, you know, just if I can be a fuddy-duddy for a moment, if you judge the winner on the person who explained why they had the experience and knowledge and understanding of the kinds of things a president would need to do, then the winner by a couple of miles was John Kasich. But that doesn't seem to be what the standard is for this election campaign. So if the standard is who shoved whom around on the stage, I'm not sure who won.
John, the Republican establishment is pushing back hard against their frontrunner, Donald Trump. Now, it's happened before in 1960 and 1976, but has it ever been this hostile?
Well, no, not this hostile and not this juvenile. There have previously been Republican fights, as you mentioned, and in 1952, you know, it led to the election of Dwight Eisenhower and a two-term presidency. So the confrontations, and it was quite heated in 1952, you know, have not destroyed parties. This can happen. Parties can weather these kinds of fights. But this one is getting tribal almost in terms of the vitriol going back and forth between the people and the motive questioning and just the kind of deep-seated anger that's being surfaced here. So we're in a new territory.
Important issues did come up last night. Trump was asked about torture and what he would do if the military refused to carry out illegal orders, for example, targeting the families of terrorists. Let's listen into his response.
Can you imagine these people, these animals over in the Middle East that chop off heads, sitting around talking and seeing that we're having a hard problem with waterboarding? We should go for waterboarding, and we should go tougher than waterboarding.
But targeting terrorist families?
And I'm a leader. I've always been a leader. I've never had any problem leading people. If I say do it, they're going to do it. That's what leadership is all about.
John, as you know, this comes a day after dozens of Republican national security advisors signed an open letter condemning Trump. Will any of this resonate with voters?
Well, so far, it's resonated with the voters who are supporting Donald Trump. And so that, if we can just judge on the last 6 months, it would have to, that talk about being a leader and strength is resonating with the voters. The critique that the national security experts make about Trump is that he misunderstands both the presidency and the relationship with all the other branches of government, and including the military, but also that this will lead to bad foreign policy choices, this kind of view of the world. And, you know, being the chief executive of the country is very much different than being a chief executive of a company. And but I'm not sure that that argument's been made before, so I'm not sure how many more new converts it's going to get.
John, Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio have been battling out to be the clear alternative to Donald Trump. Cruz saying that he's the only one who's been able to beat Trump head-to-head. Rubio saying that he is sort of the one that's more palatable to the establishment. Did any of them, the two of them, do enough to improve their chances moving forward?
Probably not a great deal. I think to the extent that they prosecuted some of the problems that Donald Trump has had with Trump University or some of his hiring of foreign workers, that might help a little bit because it goes to, it's not the personal insults, but it goes to Trump's core qualifications as a businessman, and so his ability to lead, and I think that is probably more effective territory. But I don't know, again, how much distance it made. I think a lot of people either didn't, you know, if they didn't watch the debate, they're just going to hear about the bickering and the one-liners, which have nothing to do with anything that has to do with their lives. So I'm not sure it's going to pull a lot of people in.
All right. And before you go, how about John Kasich? He seems to be confident he's going to win Ohio and that race could lead to a brokered convention after Trump's big wins on Super Tuesday. Is that wishful thinking?
It is wishful thinking, but there is a slim chance it could happen. The strategy for stopping Trump is to deny him the 1,237 delegates. To do that, Rubio would have to win in Florida, Kasich in Ohio, and then make sure that they were not allowing him to get enough delegates. So it's a long shot, but it's the only shot they've really got.
All right, John Dickerson, thank you so much.
Sure thing.